Up to now we have seen CMOS NOT gate, CMOS NAND gate. Now we will discuss on CMOS NOR gate. In the NOR gate, the Boolean equation is y equal to a plus b whole complement. So addition is done first and then their complements are taken. So y equal to a plus b will give the output. Suppose we have two input NOR gate, and suppose the inputs are connected like this, that both the inputs are connected to low. So 0 plus 0 is 0, 0's complement will be 1, 0 plus 1 is 1, 1's complement will be 0, 1 plus 0 is 1, 1's complement will be 0, 1 plus 1 is 1 and 1's complement will be 0. So in this way we will get the output of truth table of a NOR gate like this. Now here in this circuit we have used the MOSFET to construct the logic circuit for NOR gate. In this you can see the circuit from this point, it is called as driver, and circuit towards the lower point, it is called as the loads. Here the drivers and loads, they are connected actually in series circuit. In NAND gate what we have done, we have connected the loads in parallel, while here in the load they should be connected in series, while the drivers are connected in parallel. So NAND gate and NOR gate has a connection like vice versa regarding the loads and the drivers. In between the loads and drivers we have taken an output. The circuit connection are like this, that the driver circuits consisted of PMOSes, and both the PMOSes they are connected actually in series. Then this series connection of PMOSes, it is connected to the parallel connection of NMOSes as the loads. Here the drains of series circuit and drain of parallel circuit, it is actually taken commonly, and the output is taken across common drain between series and parallel connection of NMOSes and PMOSes. So this will be your output. Now as we know that these are the CMOSes, that means the inputs of these switches or this transistor must be connected in complement fashion. So if you have a PMOS, then other device should be NMOS. So let us take construct the complementary connection. Suppose this is your A input. We are considering only for two inputs NOR gate. So this is your A input, and if A input is connected to PMOS gates, then we have to connect NMOS to the A input. So here T1 and T3, it is forming a complementary connection, one connection. Second, for B input is connected to transistor T2's gate, then same B should be connected to NMOS. So B is connected to T2, which is PMOS, and B is again connected to T4, which is NMOS. So this will form another complementary connection. So this was all about the construction details of NOR gate using CMOS. Now let us move forward. If this type of inputs are applied between the inputs, what will be the output? Let us check whether it will work like a NOR gate or not. The first condition, as there are two inputs, there will be four combinations of binary labels if they are applied to the inputs of NOR gate. So first condition will be if both the inputs are low. So A is connected to 0 and B is also connected to 0. The same sentence we have to remember. If PMOS is connected to low, they will be on. So transistor T1 will be on for A. Same A, which is low, it is connected to NMOS. So NMOS, if it is connected to low, it will be off. So this transistor, it will be off. For B, it is connected to gate of T2, which is PMOS, so it will be turned on. Same B, it is connected to NMOS, which will be off. As NMOS, if low is the gate, output the device will be on. So these are the conditions. Let us summarize this. T1 is on, T2 is on, T3 is off, and T4 is off. From the power supply, current can easily flow towards the output because both the switches T1 and T2, these two, both the transistors are on. So current is easily available here. But at the NMOSes, both the connections are parallel. So both are off, so current cannot sink towards ground. So current is deposited here. So at the output we will get the high output. So here output is 1. So what we have started, inputs A was 0, input B was 0, and we are getting 1 at the output. So first condition is satisfied. Second condition, if it is connected to low, for A is connected to PMOS, it will be on. Same A, it is connected to NMOS. If A is connected to 0, then what is happening? It will be off. So T1 and T2 will not change their condition. So T1 will be on, T3 will be on. What about B? B is connected to gate of T2 and gate T2 is PMOS. So when high is connected to PMOS, the transistor will be off. So here T2 will be off. Then same B, which is high, it is connected to gate of T4 and T4 is NMOS, and NMOS, if it is getting high at the gate, it will be turned on. So that is why this NMOS is on. So T2 is off while T3, while T4 it is on. So let us check the output. In the series connection, one of the T1 and T2, this is forming a series connection in which one of the switch is off. So there will be no current which will be available at the output. We have to ignore this parallel connection because one of them is on, and so the current will also sink towards the ground. So ultimately the output will be 0. So here we are getting 0 at the output. So at the NOR truth table we can see if one of the input is 0 and if it is 1 and another input is 1, then output will be 0. So second condition is also satisfied. What about third condition? In the third condition, A is connected to 1 and B is connected to 0. As you can see that the inputs are just vice versa interchange. We can easily say that if A is connected to PMOS and which is 1, this will be off. What about T2? It will be on. What about T3? It will be on. What about T4? It will be on. So reverse switching circuit will be there. So this will be off, this will be on, this will be on, this will be off. From the series circuit connection, T1 and T2, they are connected in series. One of the switch is off, that means the current is stopped here, so no path is conducting. So here the output obviously will be 0. In this parallel connection also, you can see that one of the parallel connection path is on. So if the current is present here, that will be ultimately sinks towards the ground. So here no current will be at the common drain. So Y output obviously will be 0. So third condition is also satisfied for NOR gate. Now the last condition. Both the inputs are connected to logic. Logic high at the gate of PMOS, it will be off. Logic high at the gate of PMOS, it will be off. Logic 1 to NMOSes, both the gates of NMOSes, they are connected to logic high. So both will be off. So T1 and T2, they will be on. Sorry, T4 and T3 will be on. So back to conditions. A is connected to PMOS gate, B is connected to PMOS gate, both are high. So PMOSes, if the output is high, gate is high, both will be off. Then for NMOSes, if the gates are high, they will both will be turned on. So both the NMOSes here are on and both the PMOSes are off. So T1 and T2 will be off. T3 and T4 both will be on. You can see both the switches T1 and T2, they are connected in series and both are off. So there is no issue that the current will available at the output. Similarly, if the some current is present there, T3 and T4 both are connected in parallel. So all the current will sink towards the ground. So there will be no current at the output. So if no current at the output, output will be obviously 0. So last condition, A and B both are high, output is low. So this is satisfying our NOR condition. So this is how we can construct the NOR gate using the CMOSes. So remember this thing. We have to first remember this sentence that if PMOS gate is connected to high, output is high, the switch will be off. If PMOS is connected to low, switch will be on. If NMOS gate is connected to high, the switch will be on. If NMOS is connected to low, the switch will be off. So you can imagine that all the circuit working for CMOSes is around these two sentences. So we have to remember this sentence. Then second thing, the constructive details. Here all the PMOSes, they are working as a load. All the NMOSes, they are working as a all the PMOSes are working as a drivers, and all the NMOSes, they are working as a load. NMOSes and PMOSes, they are combined with their common drains, and output is always taken at the common drain for parallel and series connection. Second thing, the complementary connection. If inputs are to be applied at the input of gates, what we have to do? We have to combine a complementary connection. Complementary connection, if you have taken a PMOS, then same gate should be commonly connected to the input of NMOSes. So that will form a complementary connection. So this circuit can be memorized only using these circuit details. So this was all about the NOR gate using CMOS. In the next lecture, we will compare this logic family according to their parameters, which family is more efficient to use as a logic gate or to use as a digital circuit. So their parameters will be defined in the next lecture. Let us see. Thank you.